Casebook seeks to tackle the problems caused by keeping records on paper files and spreadsheets by offering a cloud based collaborative solution that'll allow you to work online and remotely. Speaking specifically about case management, Casebook leverages the CB Engage application that allows you to work on case records and you can tag team on these records and make sure that your clients' services and interactions are all being recorded in a singular vantage point. As I've clicked on CB Engage, it's taken us to the workload view where I'm able to see all the records in the system that I have been assigned. And I'm able to filter those results by type and status as well as other parameters. And as I'm previewing this case, I'm able to see all the people connected to it to make sure that this is the right file that I'm trying to drill down into. And it is indeed the Jefferson family case that I'm looking at. So we'll click on that, and it takes us now to the case record itself. On the left-hand side, I have anchor points that will take me to a specific section of the page, and I can just click on those particular sections, or I can scroll down to them as needed. And then on the right-hand side, I have the actions I'm allowed to take regarding this record. And those will change based on my role within the system and the permissions that I've been given. As for building out the case details, I'm able to collect, of course, the name as well as the type of case and then the status of that case. And these two are examples of configurable drop down menus that are populated multiple times throughout the system. So, any values that are relevant to your organization, you're allowed to put those in there and able to collect that data that matters to you. We also have the ability to email directly into the case. So each case record that's built out has a unique email address attached to it, and anything sent to that email address will populate automatically within the notes section. This is helpful when you're working with volunteers or any outside parties that need to be able to submit data into the system, but really should not have access to all the personal documentation being housed within this software. You can give them this address, and then anything sent to that will populate in the notes. You're also able to collect those overall goals and the team members that are assigned to this case, and you can add as many or as few as you need to, as well as make a particular individual the primary assignee. One other thing to point out here while we're at the top of the page is we have the ability to add custom fields. So this wallet section is not a standard data point within Casebook, but if you want it to show up at the top of the page in the details section, you're able to do that. Or you can build out entire custom sections to your page, such as this vaccination information and employment details sections. You can have as many sections and as many fields and field types as you need, thus allowing you to collect that data that matters to you and your organization. And below that's where I'm able to see a roster of all the individuals within this case record, their current status, as well as past statuses and goals and outcomes of each of those, and then the ongoing services that they're receiving. Underneath that, I have a list of all the services that all the individuals on this record are either currently receiving or have historically received in the past, and I'm able to view that aggregated list in one singular page. I also have the ability to see the relationship data for each individual on this record, so I know who to contact in the appropriate setting, as well as this gives me some background information on their circle of support. We also have the ability to schedule meetings with the individuals on this case record, and below that is the all important case notes section where you're able to build out one of several types of notes. And as you can see, when I'm building out a meeting note, it's going to bring up different fields that are relevant to that particular note type. Service notes will look different and so forth. I'm able to say that Alani and Kai and Lewis were at this meeting, but not Leilani. And also Kai was the focus person here. And Corey was also part of that call. And even though he's not an individual on the case record, I can manually add him to the note list and then make sure that I'm able to report on all the notes that each individual is connected to in the future. We're also able to see a list of all the notes that have ever been written about this case record, including those emails that have been sent in, where I'm able to see the basic email information as well as attachments that have been added. And if I need to, I can go ahead and print these notes off in a physical copy. Back on that case record below the notes section is where we're able to collect forms and fill out case management specific forms, as well as collecting attachments and scanned documents that are relevant to this particular record. And then we come to that workflow section where we're able to offer those standardized processes of events and the steps and tasks within each of those steps that need to be taken to make sure that we're offering the appropriate services to the families and individuals as we move forward. CB Engage seeks to be an end to end case management solution that allows you to help your clients in a most efficient and streamlined fashion.